Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and you're listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, the Little Shaman. Today I wanted to talk to you about exposing the narcissist. This is something a lot of people ask about, so I thought we could discuss it on the show today. You may have noticed that I'm back on YouTube, and it's good to be back. If there's one thing that is frustrating about dealing with pathologically narcissistic people, it's the fact that in many situations, other people either cannot see or don't understand what kind of person the narcissist really is. It can be maddening to deal with someone who is abusive and toxic to you, but who seems completely different around everybody else. Many people want to expose the narcissistic person for what they really are, and people often ask if they should. This is, of course, up to the individual, but the question a person needs to ask themselves is, how much are you willing to risk to do it? Exposing a narcissist can be dangerous. Don't forget, their very survival depends on keeping that false image of them in place. As you may have already found, anyone who threatens that very quickly becomes the narcissistic person's enemy. And as you also may have found, anyone who becomes the narcissistic person's enemy is severely punished. You could be risking your job, your family, your freedom, or even your life. Because narcissistic people who have been exposed in this way have lost their means of survival. They've lost their protective coloring, so to speak, and if the exposure is devastating enough, they may feel they have nothing left to lose. People with this mindset can be very dangerous. Prisons are full of narcissistic people that have come to this conclusion. Narcissists are angry people, and they can hold grudges for a long, long time. Many are above nothing. There's nothing they would not do, no level they would not stoop to in order to get revenge. If they are this abusive and destructive when you've done nothing to them at all, imagine what would happen if you actually did do something. If you have evidence or proof of something that you can use to legally stop a narcissistic person from actively harassing, smearing, or stalking you, you probably should do that. But if it's just personal or it's in a social context, it might be better just to ignore the situation as much as you possibly can. Getting in a pissing contest with a narcissist usually doesn't end very well. You have limits and lines that you won't cross. They don't. Another factor in the equation is the fact that the people you try to expose the narcissist to may not listen to you. For example, let's say you want to expose the narcissistic person to their new partner, whether the reason is because you fear for this person's safety and genuinely want to warn them, or because you want to ruin the narcissist's new relationship out of hurt. Ask yourself what the odds are that this person is going to believe you. They probably have not seen what you would be describing. Chances are they're seeing the exact opposite of that, as a matter of fact. They may or may not have heard that you're a crazy stalker who can't let go, that you're the abuser, or any number of other untrue things. What are the chances that this person will even listen to you, let alone believe you? Ask yourself if you would have believed it. Everyone always says they wish someone had warned them, but the truth is that many people probably wouldn't have believed it even if they were warned. How can anyone believe it when what they're seeing is the diametric opposite of what they're being told? It is, of course, up to each person what they decide to do and if the danger to the other person is worth the potential harm to themselves. But if you do try to expose the narcissist to other people, you need to know that not only are you putting yourself at risk, you run the risk of looking like exactly what the narcissist has told them that you are. A person who is trying to hurt and smear or ruin them. It's usually not worth it. Everyone has to learn exactly the way that you did. Narcissists come into our lives to teach us things, and other people have lessons to learn as well, just like you did. We can't control the lives or the actions of other people. Everyone is on their own journey, and most of the time, unfortunately, it just has to play itself out. There are, of course, exceptions, such as a situation where someone's in physical danger. For example, if the new partner has children and the narcissist has a provable history of harming children, but even then, you can only do what you can do. There's no guarantee anyone is going to listen to what you're saying. It's important in this situation, too, that you be really honest about your motivations. Are you genuinely trying to protect somebody, or are you trying to hurt the narcissist because you are hurt? Both of these things are understandable, but only one is really justified. And stooping to the narcissist level is not going to make you feel good about yourself. In fact, it may only make you feel worse. The truth is, as tempting as it may be, and as much as they might deserve it, you probably don't need to expose the narcissistic person in your life. They will expose themselves. It's impossible for them not to. No one can play a character 24 hours a day for their entire life, especially when the person playing the character is a smoldering cauldron of self-hatred, denial, hypersensitivity, and rage. It's just not possible to keep this hidden for very long. Eventually, it will come out, and the people around them will see it, just like you did. If you want the narcissist to be exposed, usually all you have to do is wait. I hope this clears a few things up for you. As always, I look forward to your comments, questions, and suggestions, so please keep those coming. I take appointments online and over the phone, so if you're interested in speaking with me one-on-one, you can visit littleshaman.org and click the Book an Appointment tab to go ahead and do that. You've been listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, the Little Shaman. May the Great Spirit bless you and have a wonderful day.